This is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or any signs you find significant for you in your chart. Sorry. One card for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or significant placements. We have the Queen of My World. Excuse me. 24. Queen of My World. Moon phase full. Stage bargain. I set limits to my world inside. I am queen and outside is lost. Visual seed. Onto a snowy background, white columns rise through the forest. A pale woman dressed in scarlet bright red with a crown of thorns. A luminous lance strides forward, her posture confident and bare feet. I am my world, and my world is me. I am royalty. Going dark. There is a space out and a space in. There is a realm and what is mine, and there is other places. I will not care if my world is made of thorn and ice, and if it's carved by my blood. My world is my world. I rule. I decide his borders, and I am law. I am princess. I am the blood in the veins of its hearts. I am the warrior and the bride. I am alone. I am the first among many. Be fearful of my world, because it is paved with my hopes and dreams, and you have no power there. I am greater than the stars and more beautiful than the moon. Okay, Gemini. Dang. What you don't see at the bottom of the deck, peaceful among thorns. So we'll read that. We got time. Normally I don't have time. Let's see. Peaceful among thorns. Moon phase, first quarter. Stage acceptance. And this is what you don't see. I'm sorry for this filter. It never wants to agree where my eyebrows should be. A futuristic monk, his skin crossed by small circuitry, meditates in the lotus position. A 8-pointed star inscribed with a circle in his back, like thorns piercing the air. A golden lotus aura envelopes his body. Sentence: coexist of material and the spiritual is human. Way to enlightenment. Go dark. Going dark. Sorry. We talk too much about spiritual stuff. Spiritual that, spiritual this. Not that the spiritual side isn't important, especially in the age where everything seems reduced to materialistic drive. But aren't we going too much to the other side? I have money problems. Go spiritual. I have an health problem. Go spiritual. I have a love problem. Think of the true love and go spiritual. I want to have... go spiritual. If we were truly able to solve problems like this, what spiritual would have been sold in grocery stores? Sometimes to solve money problems, you need money. To solve love problems, you need to... swear word. Strange. Be true. Getting spiritual is not that solves our problems, it's what gives us depths into our solutions. 1 second. It makes them meaningful. It takes us from the small to the wide, from the river to the ocean. But sometimes we are not ready to make it to our center, and therefore it's perfectly fine if we do not. This is what you don't see. You may be having a issue connecting to the spiritual side, or connecting with a spiritual side. You may not be spiritual. You may not be religious. You may be religious. Agnostic. What have you. Personally, doesn't matter to me. But maybe you are having a hard time feeling a connection with something outside of what is perceived to be tangible, a reality. And if so, breathing exercises do help with calming the mind. That's all I'll say on that, because it's very complex to acknowledge what you can and cannot see, Gemini. You may be 26 or 24. You may be seeing 8 or 6 or 5 may be a numerology number. You may be seeing 555. Yeah. Okay, so we have a full moon and a half moon. So here in the full moon is what you see, and half moon is what you do not see. Maybe something is going to be coming up for you in this full moon. Maybe something that you don't think is coming up is coming during the half moon. It could be the half moon now. This is a timeless read, of course. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't know why I put that card away. Yeah, I'm sorry. Queen of my world. Okay. I'll pull personal cards for you here. We got 6 minutes. Probably should get a move on so we can get a little more in depth, a little more helpful to you, Gemini. I am a Gemini moon, Scorpio sun, Pisces rising. Got a lot of Sag in my chart. I don't know if that'll be ever helpful to you as to interpret how I'm reading for you. Saw Scorpio. I saw purple. Fired. Oof. Well, that didn't fall out for you, so I'm going to keep going on that one. Rain. And that is clarification for Queen of my world. I made these oracle cards myself. Rain to me is deep rooted in my childhood, and that's the time I felt most free. And I'm only telling you this because I made this oracle deck, so there has to be something to connect it to me and to clarify Queen of my world. You are the ruler of your own world, and I saw freedom in rain. So you are free. You're free to live your life as you please. I guess, honestly. But to bring peace among thorns. So, Gemini, you can be very concise with your words, very sharp. So even if you find peace among thorns, just try not to be the thorn, I would say. Clarify rain to Queen of my world for Gemini. Gemini placements. Sorry, it's 8:02, so I gotta move a little faster. There we go. Temperance, sideways. Sideways to me means a neutral between the light and the dark. And that's interesting because temperance itself is a mixed blend between 1 foot in, 1 foot out, light and dark. So just make sure, clarifying the rain and the Queen of my world, that you find balance and patience. Looking a little emo. A little balance and patience in what you're trying to discover for yourself and your future. And the ownership in this world that you own. Because nobody's going to shake that for you. Underneath the deck, I see the star. It seems as if somewhat you've healed, and you're healing. You're restored. And somehow you were able to do that without sacrificing anything about yourself. It's quite beautiful. Queen of Wands. Yeah. It's quite beautiful. Cards agree. Let's see. Any piece of advice for Gemini? This timeless read, Sun, Moon, Rising. Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. You're a Gemini. So although nothing disrupts your world, somebody new is coming in, and it's significant. So don't ignore it. Enjoy it. This person coming in is at peace with themselves as well. So I think you might be finding a new friend, Gemini. Beep, 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 beep. Do, 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 do. Da, 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 da.